Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Forward Line. I am back this week with the edit. This is our weekly roundup of new sewing pattern releases. I've got some really nice things to talk you through this week. Some fun kids stuff, lovely women's wear things. So I'm going to get going. It is the most grizzly day outside. The rain is like beating against the window. It's feeling very wintry, but here is a pattern that feels like summer. Full summer. So it's the Silver Saga Ophelia dress and top. Such a beautiful pattern. If you haven't seen it yet, it's definitely worth having a look at. If we're thinking like ahead for summertime, be great for like a wedding or an event, this outfit. So let's have a look at the line drawing because there's quite a lot going on and the picture of it is all in white, so you can't see the full detail, I think, until you see the line drawing. So you can see it's a classic fit and flare dress. Everything is going on detail-wise on the sleeve. So you can see that there is a little ruffle, and then there's also this sort of channel that's sewn through the sleeve that gives it kind of a like really nice textural detail. It's finished with a bias binding. Then there are darts at the bust, or the front and back, and then there's kind of a flared skirt. The top version of this is just a kind of cut off, so you kind of get a little peplum style top. And yeah, it should be a really nice one. I really like their patterns. If you haven't seen them all, they're very kind of girly and really beautiful. So they've all definitely got a kind of vintage feel to them. So if you like that sort of thing, they're definitely worth having a look at if you haven't seen them before. So that is the first one. So we're thinking summer. I've got two really cute patterns for kids. The first one, they're both from Petite Dom. The first one is called the Pilou Pyjamas. They come in size 2 to 16 years, so actually really great in terms of the sizing for this because you can use it over and over again. And they're a very simple pair of jersey style pyjamas. So you can see from the line drawing, it's a very simple top and almost like joggers. I think you could buy this and then, you know, you could obviously just make normal tops out of this and normal bottoms out of this as well as like pyjamas. So quite a versatile pattern. I will say also it's on sale at the moment, so if you want to get it a bit cheaper, now is your moment to spring. But yeah, it's got great size range, really nice simple make, and I think you could get quite a lot of use out of it. The other pattern that they've released is so cute. It's a pair of, they're called the Petite Slippers, and they are like, you know those classic slippers that you wore when you were little? It's them. So they come with different designs, so you can get a rabbit, a cat, a deer, a penguin, or a dragon. And I just love it. I think it's so fun. I think it'd be a really fun thing to make because it's sort of in between making a soft toy and obviously something that you wear. So shoes sizing on these, UK 4 to 7, and that's obviously kids sizes. Sorry guys, they don't make them in adult sizes. But I just thought they were just super cute. I love them, and I'll show you some pictures so you can see all the different designs. But yeah, I thought those would be a really fun make and a really nice gift. Probably quite time intensive making these, but fun. So next we've got another kind of vintage inspired dress. It's How to Do Fashion, number 29 Milano dress and blouse. I loved this. I think this is super glamorous. Again, another thing that you could like plot and plan to make for a wedding. So let's have a look at the line drawing. You can make this in a blouse or a dress. Let's have a look at the dress. You can see it's obviously kind of very 1940s inspired. It's got that empire line cut underneath the bust and then quite fitted down into this sort of dress panel. It's got these very sweet little decorative pocket details on it as well. And then it's got all this sort of gathering round the neck into the bust, so you then don't need to have, you kind of have your gathering there, which means you don't need a bust start. And then a kind of very, I guess it would be called, is it a bishop sleeve that you have with the big kind of, that gathers into the cuff. But yeah, I really love it. And the blouse version of this is gorgeous as well. Actually, I particularly love the blouse. I mean, it's a real classic sort of 40s shape. So if you're into vintage, go and have a look because there's some really nice things. And this would be quite a fun project to make. Next, we have got a pattern from Chalk and Notch. I can't believe it. We've got another workwear jacket, guys. I mean, what is going on? It's absolutely madness at the moment. So this is called the Den jacket. It's PDF only. It's available in sizes UK 8 to 30. I'm going to start with a line drawing of this so you can see, because actually this is quite an involved make. Once you see the line drawing, you'll understand. There's quite a lot of seam details on this. I really like this because it to me, it definitely has a workwear feel to it, but it also feels a little bit like a denim jacket as well. It feels like a sort of mix of the two. So you can see there's lots of details. There's kind of multiple seams on the arm. There are patch pockets. There's really nice panel detail on the front, which is also, I think, a pocket. Yes, I think it is actually a pocket on the front, which is really nice that it's like such a big feature and caught into the front placket. I think you'd actually have a lot of fun making this. There's quite a lot of detail going on. I also really love Chalk and Notch because they always do loads of their samples in different fabrics, so you get a real good idea of what it would look like in different fabrics. There's a short variation and a longer variation. I personally prefer the like slightly shorter one. I really love the variation that where they've made it in a quilted fabric as well. I think that looks really fun. But yeah, I just thought it was a really great pattern. So if you're thinking workwear, because there are a lot of them kicking about at the moment, this one's a nice one because there's lots of good features in it. So next we've got a really great pair of trousers from Matchy Matchy. I think you guys are going to really like these actually. So they come in a size UK 6 to 38. Let's have a look at the line drawing because that's where you can see what's going on. So quite a simple cut, kind of a loose pair of trousers. You can see elasticated at the top. The thing that is interesting about it are these two little darts, one at the knee and one at the cuff. You can then see that it makes this really interesting silhouette for the trousers. So it tapers in slightly at the ankle, but you've also got the detail with the little dart at the knee, which adds shaping. I think it's really, I think they're really interesting. They look fantastic on. I think they're the sort of pattern that loads of people would love in their wardrobes. They're a big patch pocket so you can put on the front. Obviously those are optional, but I just really like them. They do such great patterns, Matchy Matchy. They always have like really nice, interesting details that you wouldn't expect. And you can also see from the line drawing that there's a panel running kind of from down the middle of the inside of the kind of legs, which again is another really interesting detail. I just think the cut on these are really clever, and I think actually they'd look really great on lots of people. So they're definitely worth going and having a look at. Yeah, they're a really great one actually. Last but definitely not least, we've got the Brigitte Hemmelson ZW jumper. Anyone who hasn't come across her patterns before, her speciality is creating zero waste patterns. So the thing to note about these patterns, if you get them, that you don't get almost like the pattern pieces because you are drawing your pieces straight onto the fabric. So you get instructions on how to draw your pieces onto the fabric. I really like the shape of this garment. Let me show you the line drawing. You can see it's really nice boxy shape. It's got grown on sleeves, so it's actually really simple construction. It's got this lovely curved seam around the bottom of it, and I like that it's slightly dropped at the back, so it's got a slightly longer hem at the back. Super simple. You can either have it with cuffs on the sleeves or without, and that sort of depends on the width of your fabric. There's obviously a cuff round the neckline as well. There is a variation which I want to show you, which I really love, where they've inserted a different colour onto the sleeve, this sort of grey and white version, which I think is really interesting and obviously would be a very easy tweak for you to do. I love this one. I think it works really well because it kind of feels quite sporty. But yeah, I think it's a sort of top that loads of us would, one, enjoy making. It would be nice and quick, and then it's nice and loose. You could definitely eat a roast dinner in this and have plenty of space. So anyone who's looking for something a bit boxy and quite a simple sew, this is definitely worth going and having a look at. So that is it from me. I feel like I sped through those very fast. I hope that wasn't too quick. And yeah, you found something nice to sew this week. You're having a good weekend. And yeah, have a lovely one, and I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye.